Hello, and welcome to the Dataspectra tutorial. In this video, I will briefly talk about what Dataspectra is and introduce the data we will be using for this tutorial. Dataspectra is a tool that takes your large dataset and creates an interactive web visualization. It's easy to use and it's free. You don't need to know how to code or have your own web server. In today's data-driven world, we often work with large datasets with a lot of rows, such as data from all cities in the world, or multiple movies, dates, or in my field of interest, genes. Then for a particular row, we often plot the data. For example, we may plot some data over several decades in Tokyo. But since you have data for multiple rows, people may want to see the same plot for a different city or a row. With many rows, it becomes difficult to create a readable visualization for all the rows. Dataspectra solves this problem by putting up your plots on an interactive website. Users can then search for a particular row in your dataset, and the proper plot will be displayed. This type of interaction is great when you want quick and easy access to a particular type of information in your data. Creating these interactive websites traditionally required multiple time-consuming steps. This includes multiple coding steps and knowledge of how to link your data to a web server. With Dataspectra, the process is much easier. Dataspectra handles the coding steps for you, so it only takes a few minutes of work and anyone, including non-coders, can use it. Here is an example of a Dataspectra site. The design is meant for simple plots, but it is customizable and modular. In this tutorial, I will walk through the process of using Dataspectra by making a web page from a publicly available dataset. I will take you through Dataspectra's three main steps. First, we will download the data and create our input files. Second, we will create a Google Cloud Platform account. And third, we will run Dataspectra. At the end of this tutorial, you will have your very own interactive website. The dataset that I'll be using for the tutorial is freely available from the Allen Brain Institute. It's called BrainSpan. This study gathered 500 brain samples, and for each sample, they made over 50,000 gene expression measurements. It's a large dataset. They even made a fantastic web tool to look at it. But I also thought of some additional interactive figures that would augment this study. One interesting aspect of this study was that the samples are from individuals of varying ages. So for this tutorial, we will create a figure that shows how gene expression changes for different age groups. Since there are tens of thousands of genes, we will let the users search for their particular gene of interest, and the figure will change to plot data from the corresponding gene. With that introduction, we're now ready to get started. Thanks for watching the Dataspectra tutorial introduction.